In the middle of daily struggles, many people wake up tired, discouraged, and without strength to continue. But today, I want to remind you of something very important. God did not bring you this far to abandon you now. Maybe you are facing silent battles, pain that no one sees, worries that steal your sleep. But the Word of God teaches us that the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. When everything feels difficult, when doors seem closed, that is exactly when God is working in silence. Heaven is never still. Even when you do not understand, even when you cannot see immediate results, God remains in control. The Bible tells us that all things work together for the good of those who love God. This means that even pain, delays, and trials are part of a greater purpose. Nothing is wasted. No tear goes unnoticed. Many times we ask for strength, but God allows situations that make us stronger. We ask for growth, and He places us in processes. We ask for quick answers, but He teaches us to trust His timing. God's timing never fails. If today you feel weak, know that weakness is not the end. The Word says that God's power is made perfect in weakness. When you cannot go on anymore, that is when God begins to act with greater power. You do not need to have all the answers. You only need to keep walking. One step at a time, one day at a time. Faith is not about understanding everything. It is about trusting even when you do not understand. Maybe you are asking why certain things happened, why some people walked away, why some promises seem delayed. But God sees what you cannot see. He knows exactly what He is doing in your life. There are doors that need to close to protect you. There are paths that need to end to redirect you. Not everything that hurts is loss. Sometimes it is protection. Sometimes it is God preparing you for something greater. Do not compare your journey with anyone else's. God's timing for you is unique. Your process is different, and what God is building in your life cannot be rushed. The Bible teaches that there is a time for everything, a time to plant and a time to harvest. Maybe today you are planting with tears, but the promise is that the harvest will come with joy. Stay faithful, keep praying, keep trusting. Even when it seems like nothing is happening, God is working behind the scenes of your story. Remember how many times He has already helped you, how many doors He has opened, how many times you thought you would not make it, but you did. That was not luck. Showing care. You are standing today because God sustained you. You are here because He strengthened you. And if He brought you this far, it is because there is still a purpose to fulfill. Do not let fear steal your faith. Do not let anxiety steal your peace. Place in God's hands what you cannot control. He takes care of things better than you can imagine. The Word of God reminds us not to be anxious about anything, but in everything, through prayer, present our requests to God. And the peace that surpasses all understanding will guard your heart. That peace does not depend on circumstances. It comes from above. It comes from the certainty that God is in control. Even if today you are walking through a valley, know that the valley is not your final destination. The valley is a passage. The Lord walks with you even in the hardest moments. He guides you, protects you, and strengthens you. He renews your strength when you think you cannot go on. He wipes your tears and knows every detail of your pain. Do not give up now. Do not stop in the middle of the journey. The promise still stands. What God has spoken over your life will be fulfilled at the right time. Stay strong. Keep believing. Keep getting up every day with hope. Because God is taking care of everything, even the things you cannot see. Even when your eyes cannot see a way out, God has already prepared a path. Even when silence feels like an answer, heaven is moving. There are things God does in secret, far from noise, far from haste, far from human anxiety. And when the right time comes, everything makes sense. Maybe today you are tired of waiting, tired of fighting, tired of being strong all the time. But God never asked you to be strong alone. He promises to renew the strength of those who trust in Him. Do not let pain define who you are. You are not what happened to you. You are who God says you are, chosen, loved, cared for, sustained. Your identity is not in the problem, it is in the promise. Sometimes God allows the desert not to destroy you, but to teach you to depend on Him. In the desert, we learn to listen more closely to God's voice. We learn to trust more deeply. We learn that we do not live only by what we see, but by what comes from the Lord. If everything were easy, maybe you would not pray as much. Maybe you would not seek God as deeply. Maybe you would not grow as much. God uses processes to mature us, align us with purpose, and prepare us for what is still coming. You may not understand it now, but trust this. God never makes mistakes. He is never late. He never loses control. What looks confusing today will become testimony tomorrow. What feels like pain today will become strength. What feels like an ending today will become a new beginning. Do not allow the voice of fear to be louder than the voice of faith. Fear tries to paralyze you, but faith moves you forward. Faith does not ignore difficulties. It chooses to trust God above them. You did not come this far on your own. God sustained you on hard days. God protected you when you did not even realize it. God lifted you when you thought you could not continue. There are answers that only come with time. There are healings that happen during the process. There are miracles born from perseverance. So do not stop. Do not lose heart. Do not abandon your faith halfway through the journey. God sees every silent prayer, every tear on your pillow, every cry from a heavy heart. Nothing escapes the eyes of the Lord. When you surrender control to God, something powerful happens within you. Anxiety begins to lose its grip. The weight begins to lift. Peace starts to replace fear. Because trusting God does not only change circumstances, it changes the heart. Maybe today all you need to do is rest. Rest knowing that God is taking care of things. Rest knowing you did what you could. Rest trusting that what is beyond your control is in the right hands. The Word of God says He is our refuge and strength in times of trouble. That means even when the world feels like it is falling apart, you can find shelter in God's presence. Do not look only at the size of your problem. Look at the size of the God you serve. He is greater than any battle, greater than any diagnosis, greater than any crisis, greater than any fear. If your heart feels heavy today, give that weight to God. He never asked you to carry everything alone. He invites you to cast all your cares on Him because He cares for you. Keep praying, keep trusting, keep believing that something new is being formed, even if you cannot see it yet. God works while you sleep. He moves while you wait. He prepares while you trust. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. That promise is still alive. Pain is not permanent. Suffering is not forever. God has the final word. Rise with faith. Walk with hope. Talk to God every day, even if it is just a few words, even if it is in silence. He understands your heart. May you feel God's presence surrounding you today. May His peace calm your mind. May His strength renew your spirit. And may you finish this message knowing that God is in control of your life. Stay strong. God is with you. He always has been, and He always will be.